I'm bringing you the stories of real Moscow, Idaho residents to help you decide if Moscow is the right place for you. If so, what are you getting into? This is Sean Bohnet, the owner of Bohnet Music Academy. You moved your family here, and remind me where you came from.
We came from West Texas when we moved here.
West Texas.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Yep.
And when was that? How long ago was that?
That was in the summer of 2019.
I'd love to hear about your moving experience. So was there anything about West Texas that put on your guys' radar, hey, I think we want to move, or it might be time for us to move?
Yeah. I was finishing up bachelor's degree there, and at that point, it's where do we go next for school and for work, the next chapter? Because we knew that we weren't going to continue there. And it wasn't necessarily anything in Texas that put Moscow on our radar. It was actually family and friends.
Okay.
So my wife's family moved to this area from North Carolina in the early 60s.
Wow.
Yep. So they moved here, got planted. My grandfather-in-law, parts manager at dealerships in town, helped work on the dam in Orofino.
Wow.
Broader family loggers over in St. Mary's and the whole area. So my wife's mother went to school here, graduated from the University of Idaho, got married in Moscow, 1980. Anyway, so you've got this family heritage. My wife came to Moscow growing up. She grew up in Oregon, but came to visit grandma here. So that's on our radar, just as a place that exists.
Yeah.
It's not a Manhattan. It's not a Long Island. It's not an LA. So people don't know of these rural areas, especially in conservative states where you're like, what even is there?
Right.
They kind of like, keep to ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell you about this little paradise we live in, which is funny because Moscow's first name was Paradise.
Yeah.
Paradise, Idaho. So, and they got it right. It really is.
Yeah.
Anyways, but then I had a friend I went to high school with who moved here just before I did, and he was telling me about it. And it seemed to check all of the boxes for us. Great churches, great schooling, great job opportunities, great community, beautiful area, really beautiful area, and it's a place where family is.
Yeah.
So this is the Northwest is, kind of heritage and home for us.
Yeah. Wow. So checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
You guys are at a time in your life in 2019 in West Texas where it's like, okay, what's the next chapter for us? Moscow's on the radar, and you start planning the move. Talk to me about that process. You're thinking about it, you're planning the move, you're learning more about Moscow, and then you guys pull the trigger, you make the move. What did that look like?
Yeah. So planning to move always goes really well if you're just like let's go, let's get it and do it. And if you're not a hoarder.
Yeah.
My grandma, bless her heart, who lives here, she's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
She grew up at a different time where you had to keep your things, but this is my side pro tip advice for moving and thinking about relocating. Just make a decision, right? Know your principles, core values, things that you're looking for. Write that out. I know you guys are really good at that. And so, but the reason is because it's so helpful to people when they have to make decisions, right? Just live by facts,
Yeah.
Anyways, and then if you can just, keep it light, the move is easy. So for us, it was not bad. We came and saw the place in the fall before we moved here, which is a great time to visit.
Yeah.
Beautiful. In Texas, they don't know about that there's 4 seasons out there.
Yeah.
Right. They know when it's burning hot and feels like you're in Chris's sauna.
Yeah.
And they know when it's like you're inside his freezer.
Right.
That's it. They don't know snow exists. They don't know that the color orange can be on a tree.
Yeah.
So come in fall because that's just a special time to see it. Fall festivals are huge around here. This is a farming, agricultural area. Anyway, so we came in there, and another thing is we were ready to plug in.
Yeah.
Right. And there's so many outlets in this community.
Yeah.
And so many people want to welcome you in, want to bring you into the work and the activities they're doing. So we came ready for that. It wasn't just let's just see everything. We wanted to meet people.
Yeah.
And the people were really receptive to that. So we got to do that scouting mission.
Yeah.
At a great time, and we had the right mindset going into it. And so therefore, it was just a blessed time that was like, yeah, we got to go here. This could be where we live. Paradise, Idaho, you know, Moscow, Idaho. And so we were just really jazzed about it. But also, another key principle is like, it's not going to be a silver bullet.
Yeah.
Right? It's not literal paradise. It's not literal heaven. But if you come in trying to do the right thing, it'll be sail, wind in your sails behind you. And so we knew that. It was just it's a great gift. And so we were just going to pursue it. So that's kind of some of the things that we did to prepare, meeting people, seeing the actual places, going, tasting, seeing, feeling it out, like, tried it on. You know what I mean? Like, how does it fit? And you haven't taken it home, but just like, yeah, that's it. This is where we need to go. It's time to go, so go.
Yeah,
Go for it.
That's awesome. So then you guys pull the trigger.
Yep.
You make the move up this way. You had these expectations of great church and school and community, opportunities for work and business, but they were tempered. They were reasonable. Then you were ready to throw yourselves in. Talk to me about that process. You get up here. How was it plugging in? Did it meet expectations? Were there any misses?
Right. When you get here, it feels really significant. It feels like you crossed a finish line or a checkpoint, like you just did something. And so when you arrive, it's like, no one cares. You know what I mean? Because they've got their own normal lives and routines and habits. So I definitely say when you arrive, anytime you're a new neighbor to people, wherever you're living, and you're a new member at a church, you're a new worker within an office, student of a school, you are more aware of that than other people are.
Sure.
But it just means that things happen, they just happen differently. It's like you put everything away and you're like, now what? Where are we going? It's like, well, you don't know anybody. You don't know anything. And so you just get to start exploring. So we did that. We just were, meeting one person at a time, one restaurant at a time, exploring one street at a time. And that compounds. Right? It just grows, and you start to find your stride in this new life here.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what I hear you saying, one of the things is because, life moves along and people have their own rhythms. Coming out here, there is an element of needing to take initiative to get plugged in, to get integrated into life and community and everything else, get to know the town. And were there any particular hiccups or challenges that you guys met along the way in your move or integration?
No.
It was great.
That?
Yeah.
And so when I hear hiccups or challenges, I think of like, man, a significant, unforeseen, sort of insurmountable feeling. But it really was all normal, and it was all smooth. Right? So you come and you just get plugged into where you're at, and you just, one person at a time. One route at a time to know, how do I get to Walmart and back? And so when you come to a really beautiful area, exciting area that you think is just going to be kind of your people, your new home, the place where you plant your roots. So that's a big thing, and that's a really special thing, but it's something that starts small. And so if you just know that, then it's great. Because really the challenge that is probably common, but not honestly a challenge, is just day by day getting acclimated. There's a lot to learn. Where's my bills at?
Right.
Who do I call? You got to get your guys. Like who do I call for that? You go from being connected to briefly unplugged. Now you're plugged in, and so you gotta like reboot and software update. It's an analogy.
That's awesome. And when you guys moved up here, you were married but no kids?
Married but no kids, yeah.
Married but no kids, and you've started your family here. Now you have how many kids?
2.
So awesome. Talk to me about young family life in Moscow.
It's the best place to raise your family. Moscow, quite literally, is the safest place on the earth. I've got really good friends who are police officers, military, foreign countries, big cities, LA. And, I'm sure there's data to decide really, but impression-wise, it's the safest place to be. There's no bad parts of town. There's a very like-mindedness here. There's so many different kinds of people in Moscow. It really is a smorgasbord, if you will. But everywhere we've lived, the literal neighbors are so friendly. Yeah. And people at stores, people walking, people driving, most of the people driving. Are super friendly. And so it just makes it easy to get plugged in that way.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that. We actually, we put out another video, and I can link it, I'm sure, but about safety in Moscow.
Right.
Because obviously, not many years after you guys came here, we had the tragic quadruple homicide, which really put Moscow on the map for a lot of people. They never heard about it. Then they're like, oh my gosh, murders in Moscow, this is wild. But from your personal experience, you would say Moscow's a safe town. You feel comfortable here. I know you guys walk all around town with the kids. And
it's definitely safe, just in terms of normally what people are doing. People are always people. You always have to be aware, but you do have a feeling that people aren't out to get you. There's no gangs, right? So there's not any, and because it's so rural, that's a little bit part of it. It's not, it's a community where you know one another, and that changes how you live with one another. And the tragic quadruple homicides, that put Moscow on the map because of the tragedy, but it's a weird story. No matter where that would have happened, more or less, that's from another world. Yeah. And, from the thinking and talking about that, it's one of those things this is not Moscow. This is not Idaho. Amazon Prime put out a documentary that I found really interesting because this is our home. When you watch that, it's I know that street. I know those colors. The University of Idaho. That's my alumni. But just some of the victims' parents are it'd be one thing if this was an Idahoan, a friend, just oh no, he took a turn. But it's just very not us. And so, therefore, if someone has that concern, I would say don't have that concern, because that's in no way a representation of it's really not a representation of the world. It's really bizarre. Anyway, so no, that's super
fair.
It's good perspective for talking about safety. Well, what about that crazy tragedy? Yeah, there's my take.
Yeah, no, it's good. And looping back around to your guys' move, you had some advice. One, don't be a hoarder.
Right,
you guys went on a scouting trip, which was great. Kind of try it on. Any other advice that you'd have for people when they're thinking about learning more about Moscow or considering moving this way?
Yeah, so other advice I would have would be, think about the places that you would want to work, the places, the churches that you want to be a part of, even just things that you want to go see. Call, email somebody, and let them know you're coming. Set up meetings beforehand so you can get the most of it. If you come to somewhere that you think is going to be home, you want to talk to people who it is their home. Yeah. And take them out. Have them take you out. Yeah. So make a plan to have meetings and have a local show you around. Yeah. I love to do that when people come and I run them and be like, hey, well, let me give you a tour. Let me take you out. Because Moscow needs more good neighbors.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's awesome. So you moved to Moscow. You're growing a small family in Moscow. Yeah. You're also a business owner in Moscow. Talk to me about starting a business in Moscow. Was that the game plan from the beginning? Did it come about over time? Talk to us a little bit about your business and what you've grown here.
It was not the plan. Yeah. Way back in the day, I wanted to be an entertainment chef.
Okay.
And then when I went to college, it was actually to be a swimmer. I was a collegiate swimmer, and so I was thinking, coaching, athletics, things of that nature. But then I pivoted and focused on music. And even when we came here, finished my master's degree in music, I wanted to go into that field because it's something I had skill and passion in, real vision for what people should experience when they come into music for the first time or are growing where they're at. But my main priority was my family. I wanted them to be in good soil. I wanted them, as they were putting down their roots and making their friends, that they would flourish.
Yeah.
So whatever it took to be in a good area, work-wise, I was willing to do.
Yeah.
And was just following the open doors that came about that led to starting the business, to starting the Music Academy. And but in terms of how it goes, it's good. Like if you're going to start something, usually it's because you're out in the market, you know, among your neighbors, among your people, and you see what some of the needs are.
Yeah.
Right? And then you consider, what are some of my skills? How can I make someone else's life easier?
Yeah.
And it's a great place to start a business because you get to know a lot of people. Right? The town is what, about 30,000?
Yeah.
So you can know those 30,000 people or so, and you can know what some of their needs are, which is like that key kind of feedback, research to know this is what Moscow needs, or at least what I think, and we'll see.
Yeah, and when you're in town, you're talking to people, you're starting to see this need. What was that primary need that you thought, oh, I could build something that it could fulfill that?
Yeah, making music great again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, so we live, no matter really where you are, in a musical desert, culturally. People have not had musical experiences or education like you ought. You know, a key truth for us is that Christians have a duty to establish music in their home. And even if you're not a Christian, really, everybody kind of has that duty to make music a priority and treat it like a core subject, a core part of who we are and what we do. For instance, you know, just from a Christian perspective, the longest book of the Bible is a song book. Every time that the faith has gone through trial and triumph, it's always met by praise and worship. When America was founded, the first book printed on our soil was a song book, a psalm book. Wow. And you know, rich singing schools. We've got many symphonies and orchestra. Your grandparents, your great-grandparents, they have those instruments in their closets, in their garage. Like you have this sense of people singing on their porch, making music on the farm, right? Yeah. Breaking out the fiddle, Louisiana Saturday night, and stuff. So it's such a huge part of our heritage, who we are. But we've shut off the valve to it, and so it's no longer washing over us and permeating who we are. Yeah. And there's consequences to that. It's not like do you play this sport or not that sport. While those have consequences, something about being musical, especially believing like it's a second language given to us to learn. Yeah. Its chief end is joy. The way it unites and binds us together, all that is there, and it's like, that's not happening to the degree it should. Yeah. And many people walk around thinking, I'm tone deaf, I'm not musical. Sure. Music's for some people and not for others. Yeah. But that's actually not true. Okay. For instance, we do many things that are priorities to us. We have many core things about us that we never ask, Chris, do you feel like, you know, you're someone who should brush your teeth? You know, or no, I don't. Right, that's right. Yeah. You know, do you find yourself to be a vegetable person? Yeah. You know, do you find yourself to be someone who should exercise and get good sleep? Do you find yourself who should go to school? Right? All these key things we just do as discipline, sort of we're made to do, but it's not like a mean made to. Yeah. It's a kind made to. Yeah. Because then it's like, thank you, Mom, for, you know, not making me spend more than I earned, right? All these key things, like if you want really flourish in this life, you do these things, and you even do them when you don't want to or you don't really understand why. Music's one of those. But because it's music, it's an art. It's like I sing you a song and then it's gone. Like it's not something you can hang up. It's ephemeral. It's harder to prioritize it because you can't see it. It takes faith.
Yeah. Interesting.
So just, that's my sermon for today.
No, I love it.
No gift offerings. Your tithe is enough. Anyways, but all that to say, we need to do more music and we need to recover a greater mindset and priority in thinking about it. And that takes time to get people to think in a way that's most for their earthly good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Obvious that you're passionate about music. I love it. Tell me about the business side. Did it start just with you? Are you guys currently just in Moscow? What does that look like?
Yeah, it started. So when the business started, it started with me and my wife with the intent that we're going to build a team.
Okay.
And at that moment too, it was like for Moscow and beyond, a height of online education becoming more of a priority, right? And if we had a conviction that people aren't doing music enough, not thinking about it as healthily as they could, well, where are people at? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And so we knew we needed a team to reach all those people.
Yeah.
So it started with, just right here, me and my wife in Moscow, but is now across the country, into other countries as well.
Wow.
And we've got a team of 13.
Wow. That's amazing. And you guys have been doing it how long?
We started this in 2021, so 4 years.
Yeah, beautiful. And if someone is interested, they like the vision, what is there anything that you guys do differently than Susie Q, music teacher down the street?
Yeah, I think a lot.
Yeah.
And that's part of why I even start a business.
Yeah.
Why I even do anything is because you think you can make someone's life easier where it's not otherwise easy.
Yeah.
So one key thing for us, generally put, is we believe music should have an approachability and thoroughness to it. We believe that music can oftentimes feel like by musicians for musicians.
Yeah.
And people like me who are kind of slow, like it's my spiritual gift, right? If I'm learning something new, I'm going to be like, now hold on. Whoa, right? So my construction friends love me.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you just do this. And I'll be like, wait a second. What's a furring strip?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what do you mean, drill?
Yeah.
But that happens in music where you walk in and it's like, way over your head and like I don't really get it.
Yeah.
And what do you want me to do? It's kind of confusing. And so to teach music in a way to children and adults, we're like, I get it, and I know what I should do to get better.
Yeah.
It's kind of like working out. You can just kind of go to a gym and not really know what to do. You're supposed to be there and working out.
Yeah.
But do you know what your exercises should be? Do you know what your form should look like? Do you know when it's right? Do you know when it's wrong? Do you know how to couple that with a lifestyle outside of the gym that's conducive to the gains you get inside the gym? So putting this all together for people, like making as much of that as accessible, experiential for them was key. So that was one thing, just making music for the people, if you will. You know? And having it thorough, like training the voice plus an instrument. So it's not just piano lessons, it's voice and piano. It's not just violin, it's voice and violin.
Yeah.
So kind of that approachability, that thoroughness, where we want music's a language, so you should have every aspect of communication, listening, looking, writing, talking. You can do all of that in music. 3-year-olds, 5-year-olds, they can write music.
Yeah.
And we have them do that. And then probably just the other big picture piece, not going too long, would be customer service. Customer service is huge for me and it's huge for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's hospitality. So we want our clients to feel like we are right there, ready to communicate them and solve problems for them. Right there, ready to make everything clear and plain so they don't have to search around. Like we're there to serve them.
Yeah.
And so we want that to be friendly. We want that to be clear. We want that to be punctual. We want professionalism.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh, come to music. It's just a side thing. It's a little chaotic, a little disorganized, a little slouchy.
Yeah.
It's like, no. This is professional. This is serious. Super fun.
Yeah.
So how do we mix both like that concrete velvet where there's a rigidity because I need you to make progress.
Sure.
I want you to get better for everyone's good.
Yeah.
But I want you to think, I love it. I can't even tell I'm working hard,
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome. I love that. Love the vision. Let's talk about, let's combine those. So you moved to Moscow and you do a music business here.
Yeah.
Moscow is self-proclaimed as the heart of the arts. Yeah. We've got the Lionel Hampton Jazz Music Festival. We've got Rendezvous in the Park, some different festivals. Yeah. Talk to me about, from a musician, business owner's perspective, and boots on the ground here, what does the music atmosphere look like in Moscow?
It's a great music atmosphere, but you wouldn't know it unless you were looking for it.
Interesting.
It's like most things where people don't even know like what a chamber of commerce is. People don't know who their councilmen are.
Yeah.
Who their officials are, like even what the positions are and what they do.
Yeah.
Right. So we could have like the slickest county commissioner, this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know it because it doesn't affect you. It's something that's kind of you know by being involved and getting out in the community.
Yeah.
So I would say, however, though, when you get out, right, this is back to like plug yourself in, be involved, go to the community bulletin board, pay attention to community events, find people who are trying to help you know what Moscow's about. Like, this is your home. This is your front porch, this is your backyard. Anyways, but there's so many musical opportunities and experiences, entertainment here for people. So it's a very active and lively one. Yeah,
I know one of Natalie and my favorite things to do is there's lots of indie little bands, live music, Bootzer's Coffee House or Slice Pizza, live music in the park, really fun ways to plug in and get to consume that kind of heart of the arts. Do you see any particular strengths or weaknesses, things that could be improved when it comes to the music scene in Moscow?
I would answer that question by leaning on what I see as the most overall need, which is just making people musical. Yeah. Like, people will care about music if they do music. Music appreciation, that's dumb. Yeah. Right? That's like, hey, Chris, let's go do some croquet appreciation. Let's go do some polo appreciation. Or let's take basketball. Let's pretend you don't know nothing about that. Yeah. And so we go and we sit down across a table. Maybe I've got like a laptop for videos. Yeah. Guess how much you'll love those sports and be interested? Not much. Yeah. You got to go and do it. Yeah. And so scenes, a concert, whether it's the quality of the performers or the quality of the audience, that's all dependent on how they do music. Yeah. Guess who likes going to basketball games? Basketball players. Yeah. Fans who have played it, or they've played it enough, they know the rules. Yeah. Right? Your girlfriend, you take her out to a football game and she doesn't know a lot about football. Guess how much fun she's having. Yeah. Why'd they blow the whistle? What's going on? Why'd they stop running? This is, you know what I mean? Yeah. You've got to know the rules. Yeah. You got to know how the game is played. And so if you know the game, play the game, you love the game. Yeah. And so we've got a good game going on here. More than anything, what happens needs to be done at the top. It's really more about what needs to be done at the bottom. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else top of mind for you, Sean, when it comes to moving to Moscow, the Moscow community, or what you guys have going on with Bohnet Music Academy? Yeah. I would say if you're in a place, you should look at your family, your life, and think, am I living the good life? Am I surrounded by my people doing my thing? That's really what you want to do. You don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck, kind of I got to do this to get the money. You don't want to be just settling for well, these are the people that I'm around. When you're in a place where you just kind of live the status quo.
Yeah.
And that's all you just kind of live a life of like meh. And that's just like, that's how you were raised, that's how they were raised. Yeah. And you think that's like, life is just kind of black and white, you know, kind of colorless, not a lot of flavor. Like, go and live a flavorful life.
Yeah,
it's
out there.
It's out there. Go and live the good life. Like, be with your people, doing your thing, giving to your family what you've been given or what you wish you would have been given, plus some.
Yeah.
So take a self-assess.
Yeah.
Is that your life? Is that what you're experiencing? And if not, go find that. For us, it was Moscow. This was the place that was beautiful. This is the place that was among like-minded people where we could plug in and do good work, be close to family, carry on kind of a heritage of this is our area. And it's been that way. So people should do that. And then the same thing with music. Like, are you living your best musical life?
Yeah.
If not, change it today. Call us. You know what I mean? Or call someone else. Like, but just do something.
Yeah.
Right. That's
action.
Like, take action.
Yeah, that's good. And let's say someone watches this video and they love your passion for music. They're excited about what you have going on. Yeah. How can someone find you? How can they call you? How can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, the easiest way is go into our website, following us on social media. Yeah. Right. That's like our open foyer to the world, or reception area. Your walk-ins, right? Yeah. That's us. You know, putting things out. So BohnetMA.com, my last name, Bohnet Music on the socials, on YouTube. But that's where you can go, see more about who we are, you know, find out how to connect with us. It's as simple as a one-click button. And we want to know how we can serve you, whether it's us serving you or pointing you in that direction. You know, I had one lady call once. She was like, I'm actually not interested in music lessons, but I do this prison ministry. Wow. And there's this guy, and he's really likes music. How can I help him? I was like, well, here's some ideas, you know? Yeah. So that's like the fun example. And so reach out in that way, yeah.
That's awesome.
On the internet.
Yeah, on the internet. It's how people get connected today.
You can connect with people. Like, you can probably stalk me and everything.
Right, and you're nationwide. So if they're anywhere in the country, you're international in the world, they can get connected. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us about your experience moving to Moscow, starting a business here. If our viewers have any questions about Moscow, if you guys are considering making a move to Moscow, please reach out to us. We're hoping to provide you with valuable content so that you can learn more about Moscow. You can find out if it's the right place for you. We'd be happy to hop on a one-on-one call with any of you if you have specific questions that we can answer. And if you like this video, I'm sure I'll link to 2 other videos here that might be valuable to you.